So the particular genre that you've chosen, which is, I don't know, in quotes, worship music is what they call it. How do you see that influencing, those who probably aren't into worship music, but still like music in general?
Yeah.
I mean, the unreached masses.
Yeah.
Is it only after they come to a certain knowledge of Jesus that your music is more applicable to them, or can it be applicable even if not?
I hope it can be. I think, speaking for myself and many of the artists that I know who write worship music, if a person didn't understand the lyrics and they just heard the music, we hope that they would just go, man, I like this, good music. Like, hopefully it still is like good production, good melody, good guitars, depending upon your musical taste, musical style. So I would say, yes, I would hope that the music would be strong enough to catch somebody's ear and go, man, I really like this music. And worship music, one of the unique things about it typically is you have a large group of people singing along with you. So it's kind of cool. It's a very specific thing. The only thing I can think of is like going to a U2 concert before, and like everybody's singing every word, to where the streets have no name, and in the name of love, and it's almost the same experience. So worship music, if it has the same strong beat, the only difference between pop music and worship music are the lyrics, really. So, and the lyrics are primarily either from scripture or they're prayers, basically. They're simple prayers. A song like Open the Eyes of My Heart, I didn't sit down for weeks trying to write this clever song. It was just a simple, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. It was just a prayer of my heart. I want to see you, Lord. I want to know you. I want to hear you. I want to see you, Lord. Help me. And, so many of the songs, at least that I write and others that do this particular genre, they're simply prayers set to pop music,
That actually broadens up my understanding of, worship music too. Because I thought it was always confined to, that niche crowd and only can serve that. But yeah, this makes a lot more sense.
Well, here's the thing. If I may add this then, let's just talk musical styles. Mm-hmm. Sometimes worship music, you go to a church and you hear like worship music that's from the 80s, and it's being sung by somebody from but you could also listen to like a pop band from the 80s, and now we laugh at it almost. We go, oh my gosh, listen to that song. That's so 80s, right? You ever say that expression? Or like, oh gosh, that is so 70s, like, oh gosh. So it's the same thing with worship music. It's evolved stylistically over the years. So if a person will listen now to like a Lincoln Brewster or maybe Bethel music or Hillsong United or something, you just listen to the music. It's as musically as good as a Coldplay, Snow Patrol, I don't know, U2 or I'm just trying to think whoever the new band is right now. Musically, I think it's the same, but the only difference is lyrically. So in a perfect world, ideally, worship music should be musically relevant to the present generation, but it also lyrically helps the listener set their mind on God. It reminds them of scriptures. It gives them a vocabulary to pray with. Maybe you're a Christian, or maybe you're not a Christian, and you want to talk about or to God, but you don't know what to say. So you hear a song and go, yeah, Lord, I want to see you. Yeah, God, open the eyes of my heart. Yes, Lord, yeah, I want to see you. Yes, Lord, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep. And with the level of production that I guess, bands like, New Breed, Israel Houghton, and you guys and I'll put together, I guess it also kind of appeals to a non-believing audience, saying that, wow, Christian music can sound just as good and even better sometimes. Technically, melodically, in composition and everything. Yeah.
I think so. I think there was a day 20 years ago where it wasn't that way. Yeah. Christian music was kind of like, But now, definitely. I mean, I would say if a person is watching this and they've never heard Christian music,
Right.
go on whatever iTunes or whatever, go to YouTube and type in Lincoln Brewster, or type in name a few.
Israel Houghton.
Yeah, Israel Houghton, or United Hillsong, or Hillsong United.
Yeah.
For example, and or go Paul Baloche. Sorry, just on the YouTube. Yeah, Baloche. But and just discover this whole new genre, because people watching this may be surprised of where church music is. It's not like it used to be.